Hi, I'm Roger Peterson. Welcome back to Pro 423. Well, let's wrap this section up, but I want to start wrapping it up by just reminding you that if you have a healthy heart and your heart is producing the love and the patience and the gentleness and the courage and the compassion that it's supposed to be producing, you're going to naturally love your wife with all your heart. You'll do it really well. I would spend 9/10 of my time working on a healthy heart and 1/10 on how to love her, what to do. That'll come natural. If you have a healthy heart, it'll be producing the right things. But 3 things I want to say real quick to wrap up. Number 1 is I want to point you to Andy Stanley. His website is yourmove.is. His church is North Point Ministries in Atlanta, Georgia. He's got a series. It's by far the best sermon series I've ever seen on marriage. It's called Love for a Lifetime. I believe that's the title of it, Love for a Lifetime. 4-part series, half-hour sermons. The most practical, and it deals with a healthy heart. It deals with practical stuff. But man, he's got some great stuff in there. I've used several things in there just to give me little ideas of how to love Sue better and the way she works and the way to catch my own problems first. Just great stuff. Andy Stanley, Love for a Lifetime. The second thing I want to point you to is the book The Silence of Adam by Larry Crabb. And Larry Crabb tends to wander. He tends to write a book about one main thing and then 4 other things. I skip over the 4 other things, find the main thing. But he's talking about mainly about how Adam was passive in the garden, and men, we tend to be passive when it comes to chaos, when it comes to something that he needs us to step up. Sometimes we're passive, and it got me thinking and got me really working on that, because I found when I would come home and the kids are fighting and all of a sudden my calm world that I wanted to step into is not calm, I would just start to tense up and add to the problem. And the reason why is because I used to think, well, I've done something wrong because my family is in chaos at some level. That's just not true. We're designed to walk into chaos and to bring order. It's like when God said to Adam, to name the animals. What? Where do I start? How do I do it? Name them. So he walked into that chaos and he was told to name the animals. The Great Commission, go into all the world and preach the gospel, make disciples. Well, what? How do I do that? It's figure it out. We're meant, with the Holy Spirit's help, to walk into chaos and bring order. Just because there's chaos in front of us, whether it's our wife's heart, whether it's the house, whatever it is, your finances, doesn't mean you've done something wrong necessarily. It's God's job for you, just to bring order. You're the head of the household. Doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It means you have a job to do, and God's equipped you to do it. Lastly, to wrap this thing up, I want to encourage you just to serve your wives. For me, it came from having really taken from her for 20 years. I just decided when I start getting my heart out, I'm just going to serve her, just meet her needs, just love her, and find new ways to make her smile. Just serve her and forget about what comes back my way. Just serve her and forget about how long it's been since. No, just serve her. And here's what I found. It is so satisfying from God. The other things take care of themselves. But to serve your wife is what we're called to do. Not just to have a great sex life. To serve our wife is what we're called to do. It is so satisfying. Everything else takes care of itself. Serve your wife. All right? Go love her with all your heart.